I came to Denver from Africa, where I'd been a Peace Corps volunteer for several years, and I met a fellow by the name of Daryl Miller, who was involved with Young Life at Manual High School. So a lot of the kids at Manual were really in trouble. You know, some living in without any parents. Bill Mitchell approached me. He said, would you be interested in putting together a program that would match up, the kids at Manual with some of the seminary students as mentors? And I said, yeah, I'd be interested. Let's make it a part of Young Life. So this was one of Young Life's very first ventures into urban ministry. I developed the program, put it on paper, designed it, and presented it to the court and to Judge Gilliam, so they agreed, and we started. I was paired up with this kid called Johnny, who was only 10 or 11 years old, and he had been arraigned time because he had, broken into a convenience store. We just really bonded, and, the relationship blossomed. So we kept trying to figure out, what do we call ourselves, friends? And one day Johnny called me, he said, hey, partner, and it just clicked. Yes, that's it.
And that's how Partner started, because I called him my partner.
It just meant we were partners. We were friends. We did things together. We cared about each other.
I taught him how to shoot pool. He taught me how to play ping-pong. A lot of activities with other partners, like going camping, river rafting, a lot of things that we used to do with all of a group of partners. It was fun. And it's still fun because, me and Bob still keep in touch. And
I'm certainly richer by far because of my relationship with John.
Between 1978 and 1988 was probably some of the largest growth that Partners had. I was able to watch from East Coast to West Coast, new agencies coming online, and then throughout the state of Colorado, really becoming known as a mentoring program that had some real substance and was willing to take on some very difficult kids. In the early years of Partners, the model had been established to do that one-to-one mentoring. And throughout many of the Partners branches, they all began Superstars programs, which was corporate teams and then junior and senior partners all competing in different kinds of zany events. The thing that I remember most about Superstars was kids being able to really be able to shine in that environment. Role models understand. Sometimes some of my kids have called us real models. We can say things to them in a way that sometimes a parent or a teacher or somebody else can't say, because we have the relationship with them and they'll listen.
We were in the midst of a recession. Our corporate gifts were down, our grants were down, and that brought about some real soul searching on the part of our organization. What evolved from that was our youth support campaign, which over the years has become highly successful. Louis came into my life, and he's been an important part of my life for 20 years. He came from a broken family. He was in serious trouble with the law, and he had drug involvement and gang involvement as well. But over the period of our partnership, we both came to love and respect each other, and we are fast friends now.
Some of the junior partners I've had, their parents have been on assistance, and so they see that as a way of life. In showing them that if you go out and you go to school and you work hard and you graduate, you can do just about anything you want. You can even move on to college.
It was a violent period. There were killings and a great public outcry. GRASP actually got started at the funeral of a gang member named Damon Murphy.
GRASP is effective because one is we have ex-gamers like myself that are running it. Kids listen to me. When I talk, they heard what I was saying and they understood my pain and I understood their pain. There's a tattoo that symbolizes when you lost a friend. It's a tattoo of a teardrop, but it's hollow. Somebody dies close to you that you can never fill that void again. And in one of our PSAs, we use this symbol to illustrate the loss that a lot of our youth face.
Before the next tear is for you, call GRASP, because a gang who love you to death.
Shortly after the PSA campaign that we ran, we had over 100 youth, more than that actually, come to the program, and the youth left the gang as a result of that. And a lot of those very same youth are back today trying to help us out and letting people know that there is help.
Partners is one of the most amazing programs out there. The effect that it has on the community, though it may seem very small, is actually huge in what it does for kids and their lives.
I have some very firm beliefs that our youth are really left unattended in many ways in our world. It's very important to take the initiative to do something about that.
With any young man or young woman, I think the way you help them succeed is to believe in themselves, believe in their dreams. If he believes in himself, he'll succeed. His dreams will come true, but he's got to believe in himself. So that's where it starts.
My favorite part of my involvement in Douglas County Partners is that I was a mentor. The things that we did together were wonderful things to try to help build his self-esteem, to make him realize that he had a lot of self-worth.
And as I got to know Ian, it became clear to me that he had had men kind of come and go in his life, and that it was going to be very important that I be one man who didn't go.
Well, we were matched 10 years ago, and I think we were official partners until she graduated from high school, so that was 5 years.
We mainly don't do girly stuff like do nail polish, or mainly for him, our hair.
You know, Heidi was just that one example in my life since I'm a first-generation college student.
He wants to be a lawyer. Just started this January the University of Southern California in Long Beach.
I graduated from DU last summer as a double major in public policy and communication. Now I'm a development director for a nonprofit. And I also sit on 3 different boards of directors. So as of last year, Metro Denver Partners, where I serve with Heidi. It's a way for both of us to give back to the program, and I'd like to one day be a senior partner.
Maybe I should have been my own mentor. I didn't turn out as good as you.
I think Partners being around for 40 years, there's obviously some great success stories, and I think hopefully Mookie will be one in the future, definitely.
Partners has helped 35,000 kids over the past 40 years. My hope is that caring adults will continue to commit to helping our young people who need us now more than ever. I want to especially thank the thousands of people who have contributed to this organization, and especially thank Bill Mitchell, Judge Gilliam, Bob Moffitt, and those first seminarians who saw a need of young people and responded to that call. They would be proud to see how their efforts have contributed to shaping the wonderful Partners organization we see today.
Our desire is to provide the chance to write their signature on the universe in a positive way as opposed to a negative way.
If Bob never came into my life, I don't think I'll be alive right now. Bob saved my life, you know. He saved, I tell you what, he saved my whole family.